This is your Monex Metals Market Update with Mike Maroney.
Good afternoon. It's Monday, October 30th. My name is Mike Maroney, and I am coming to you today from the Monex Precious Metals Studio. Let's do our week in preview. Typically, what we like to do on Monday is talk a little bit about what happened, and it'll give us a setup for what could be happening in the not-so-distant future. If you look at the key driving force behind the precious metals markets, most people look at the US dollar because typically gold, silver, platinum, and palladium will track in an inverse relationship. And what that means is if the value of the US dollar is going higher, typically you'll see gold and silver pull back. Whereas if the dollar is going lower, it gains a little bit of extra momentum as far as precious metals are concerned. If you look at the dollar going back to the beginning of the year, it was trading at 103.8. And what we saw is a major sell-off all the way back down to 91. Now, this was a critical support zone that many people believed if we broke on a monthly close below that 91, we could be headed down to retest the lows all the way down in the low 70s. Lo and behold, what we've seen since that point is we've seen a corrective bounce back to the upside. A matter of fact, on Thursday of last week, the dollar was trading intraday as low as 93.40 and popped all the way up to 94.60. A 1.2 point move, which was better than 1.3% on the day. And inevitably on Friday, the dollar peaked at 95.15. Since that point, we've seen a little bit of a pullback, and a lot of people are looking at the 94.40 area as the key support level for the dollar. So they believe if the dollar just does a little bit of back and fill and holds that 94.40 area, then we could see a resumption of the current rally, which could take us to 94.50 to somewhere between 97.50. And if that's the case, we may actually see even a little bit better of a buying opportunity as far as precious metals are concerned. But let's think about what's happening right now. Stock market is trading at all-time highs, and a lot of people have been waiting for the tax cut. And now with some of the things that took place today politically, as far as the FBI investigations are concerned, it's not unusual when you have this type of thing happening in Washington, D.C., to see everything else kind of put on the back burner. And we're going to see how that plays out. Obviously, this week we're supposed to get an announcement as far as who will be the next chairman of the Federal Reserve. Many people believe it will be Mr. Powell, and Mr. Powell is a man that has a very interesting thought pattern as far as where interest rates should be, and a lot of people believe that maybe he's a little bit more on the dovish side in comparison to some of the other actual people that Mr. Trump interviewed for the position. And that will also be interesting. So what we have now, stock market trading at all-time highs, earnings seem to be good. It doesn't look like this tax cut is coming anytime soon. Real estate trading at all-time highs, but if the Federal Reserve is going to continue on its path of raising interest rates, what that will do is it'll inevitably increase the payment for real estate, and people buy payment, they don't buy price. So don't be surprised if we see a little bit of a topping action as far as real estate. And when this type of situation happens, top in stock market, potential top in real estate, what happens, people look to diversify. Now, with the dollar breaking out, we've been very fortunate to have gold trading as low as $12.61 just the other day, and silver traded all the way down to $16.65. Now, a lot of people believe that if the dollar continues to go higher, we may actually see an opportunity to buy gold somewhere in the $12.15 to $12.30 range, and we may see an opportunity to buy silver somewhere in the $15.80 to $16.25 range. But a lot has to happen for the price of the metals to go down to those levels. But if they do, I think there'll be an incredible long-term buying opportunity. what we're looking at right now could be the basing period in precious metals. And that's a period of time since December of 2015 when the market is put in a low and it has gone up and made a high, come back, made a higher low, made a higher high, made a higher low. So now all we're going to need to see is that dollar, which I think is a fatally flawed situation, break back below 91 sometime in the not so distant future, and precious metals could be off to the races. Now may be one of the better times to take a look at buying precious metals for the safety and protection as far as your portfolio is concerned. If you buy precious metals, take delivery of it, hold it in your hand, put it away in a very safe place. I think the only thing you may regret is that you didn't buy more. But at the same time, if the metals markets stay a little bit flat or go a little bit lower, that means everything else is probably doing tremendously well, so your portfolio is diversified. Give us a call today so we can explain how precious metals can fit into your portfolio and find out if the metals market is the right place for you. Thank you.